Welcome to the ATP project and welcome to the new year, Nic.
Yay, Steve, another new year.
2024.
Can't believe it.
Isn't it amazing?
Crazy, isn't it?
I love it. 2024. Yeah. And we're going to start it off well. We're going to start it off healthy because today we're going to talk about 10 really simple tips, not massive changes in your life you can change today, now, to get yourself ready for 2024.
Exactly. If you want to start your New Year's resolution and you're just starting out on your health and wellness journey and you don't know where to start, these 10 tips are really easy to implement for the new year, set you on the right foot to have a healthy 2024.
Let's get stuck into it.
All right.
Today we got a fun one.
Yeah, we do. We've got a short and sweet one, Steve.
It's a short and sweet one, but this is really like a bit of it. We got, and I'll tell a little bit of a story. There's a lady who I won't mention her name who works in the office here who's time poor, not super motivated about her health, but wants to get motivated.
Yeah.
So there's different classes of people about in the health world. There's people who are high will and high skill, which are people like you who have got a lot of skill, of course, and you've got a lot of will to get healthy. And then you've got people who have got a low will to get healthy and don't know how to do it, low skill for that. And then you've got these people that cross-diagonal. You've got people who have got a high will to get healthy, but for whatever reasons, they've got a low sort of, they've got a poor sort of lifestyle to do it. And this woman has say 3 children.
She has 4 children.
She has
one's
4.
an old one.
One's old, yeah.
He's married and then she's got 3 little ones.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
And she's got a very busy husband. She works full time. She works here. She really wants to get healthy, but she's time poor. And she said, why don't you do a podcast on that?
Yes.
Those people.
Yes. So we're going to do one on. We've got 5 tips each, Steve. We thought we'd do 5 tips each. We haven't told each other what our tips are, so we're going to see if we match up or not, or what the tips are. But this is, exactly for that. So for people starting out that are really busy but really want to get, like you said, want to get healthy but don't have the time, don't know where to start. Yeah. And these are just little tips that can be helpful to get them on track and to get them going. And then from there, you can expand on it down the track. But these are just quick tips. So we're doing a quick podcast because the whole thing's about quick things that you can set in place in your life when you're really busy. So we're going to do 10 tips in however many minutes we got.
Yeah, whatever it is. Now, this is one of those podcasts that if you're listening to it, send it to that person who is whinging about being a bit overweight or can't get to the gym or blames someone else in their family for the way they eat. When I was in practice, I used to hate how people would say, oh, yeah, but my husband / or wife doesn't like that food, so I won't eat it.
Yeah.
But they eat healthy and then they bring other people into it, or they're time poor. They've got 3,000 children to look after and they can't have time to do it. What we're trying to do is cater for those people today.
Yes.
And just as a caveat, we should say that what we're giving is not complete advice.
No.
What we'd love you to do is get up that hour early, go to the gym for an hour and run for an hour, whatever it is, and then eat like you do and brilliantly but you can't.
No.
We know this is not that sort of a podcast.
No, it's not. So yes, that's exactly right. It's just for people starting out that don't, that can't do everything that we do. Yeah. And that, but want to start and they just don't know where. They don't have a place to start. They don't know what they can do to change initially why they've got their busy lifestyle until they can sort of, work their way to better health. So these are simple tips that we can. I'm not looking. No, I know. I folded my paper, so we haven't. Like I said, we haven't told each other because I'm curious to see what you say. And
mine are weird. It's like yes.
See, mine aren't weird. So now I think I should have done weirder ones.
It's not sort of weird, but it's just tippy, and I think they work, but. Yeah, anyway, we'll see. All right,
so I reckon I'm going to ask you to go first.
Oh, shit. All right.
Because if yours are super cool, then I might have to change mine as we go.
You do this for a living. In Nicole Brown naturopathy, you are in practice. You are talking to people like this day after day.
Yeah, I do talk about this a lot.
You're a full-time, you work here too, but you're a full-time naturopath. I'm a registered naturopath. I just re-registered, did my first aid course. I'm back in it. But I don't practice.
Yes.
So I don't get this practice that you get.
No.
All right. So my first tip, you ready for this one?
I'm ready.
These are all going to sound like common sense to some people, but
they're very basic. They're very basic, but we have a lot of the audience that are starting at a different level, so we want to make sure that they're on track as well.
The first tip I got is to fortify your cupboard.
Oh.
Now what that
explain,
means is
Steve.
that when I was in practice, people would say, oh, there was some chips there, so I got hungry and ate them, or I had some sweet biscuits, or I blah, 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 and it just happens to be there. Why is it there? How did it get there? It didn't magically appear. I know from my days as a physicist that matter cannot be created or destroyed.
Yes.
Energy cannot be created or destroyed.
Yes.
It can be transformed.
Yes.
We know we were talking before about transforming energy into matter and matter into energy with E equals MC squared, talking about Oppenheimer and all those sort of bombs. But biscuits can't be created, so they have to come from somewhere.
Yes, but did you know, Steve, if you break a biscuit in half, the calories fall out?
Oh, do they?
Yeah, you can eat it then safely.
Or I saw it, and this is a serious thing. I saw on television people were saying, oh, you eat the biscuit and then you drink a Diet Coke and it cancels the calories out.
Oh, no, really?
Have you seen? There was a lady who honestly said that.
Oh, God.
And it was one of those, I don't know, memes or little videos. I don't know what the term.
Sad, isn't it?
But so fortify your cupboard. So just make sure the crap doesn't get in there in the first place.
Yeah, that's a great one, actually.
I got home late because I had, dropping Johnny off at soccer training and Julie off at ballet, and I had to get something quick to eat out of the cupboard, and all there was in there was bzz that got in there when I bought it the week before.
Yeah.
So don't get bzz in the cupboard.
Well, that's basically, you have to set up your environment.
Yeah.
That's exactly what that is. So get rid of all the stuff that tempts you, and then you don't have that temptation, and just fill it full of healthy stuff.
So like, you get home and you're late and you want something hot for dinner. I'm kind of worst case scenario here. You might want to just cook up an omelette or something like that with when you've got the eggs there and you've got some capsicums and something. Or let's be really, really lazy.
Yes.
You can just simply microwave some frozen vegetables.
True.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Remember, we want fresh, blah, 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 blah.
And then you can mix some eggs in there.
Yeah.
There you go. So that's what I used to do. Mix a couple of eggs in and cook it all, and then you've got your protein and your veg.
Yeah, or you can chop up some, if you're into tofu, fry that off like meat, because that just sits in the fridge there for weeks, and then you can just, microwave the vegetables. And I'm saying microwave because it's the worst, or just steam the bloody things.
Yeah, that's just as quick. And I've got a tip for you to how to steam veggies super quick. My mum told me this. My mum watches this podcast, and she got up me the other day because I didn't credit her with something. I'm crediting my mum.
Yeah.
Get a saucepan and get just a little bit of water in the bottom, just a couple of mil in the bottom. Bring it to the boil, chuck your veggies in. 5 minutes, they're done. Instead of having to put it on a steamer, because if you have a very small amount of water, obviously you're not going to leach many of the nutrients into the water. And they're done, and they're like steamed in 5 minutes. So there you go, Mum.
Perfect.
That's all my mum. So
right. So that's my quick tip. What's your first one?
I've got one. So obviously people, they don't know where to start when they want to eat healthy. Like, what do? I don't know what to eat. So don't overthink it. Just start by, when you're making a meal, add protein and veg. Make that the base of your meal. So add a protein, whether you eat animal protein or plant-based proteins. So a palmful of, equivalent to a palm-size piece of meat. So you can use your hand as a measure.
Yep.
Which is like people say, I don't know how much to have and all the weights. I'm like, don't worry about that. For one, don't worry about the weights when you're just starting to eat healthy anyway. Yeah. But as a gauge for a female, palm-sized piece of protein. So that can be chicken, beef, fish. It can be legumes if you're plant-based, as I said, tofu, and a cup of vegetables to start. Wow. And then you can put a little bit of carb from there. So, but as a basis, make sure you've got protein with each meal because it creates satiety. Yep. Obviously good for so many different things, blood sugar regulation.
Thermic effect of food. You know, protein does increase your basal metabolic rate.
It does,
It's a good idea.
So but if you don't know where to start, just think protein and some veg.
Yeah.
So some green veg, and then if you want to add a little bit of carb, you can add a little bit of carb, but that can just be the basis of your meal to start with.
Perfect. And that veg could be fruit, it could be salad, it could be, you could make it just colourful plant stuff.
Yeah, just lots of different colours.
Nice.
And then you don't have to think about what am I going to make, and then that's your basis. And then when you get used to that, then you can start playing around with it.
Wow.
But that's a good start anyway.
That's an awesome one. It's just simple. Use palm method because like Barry Sears, Dr. Barry Sears did that in the 90s when he did the zone diet. So
So it's a palm-sized piece of protein. Or for men, it can be 2 palm-sized depending on where you're at.
Well, I've got a bigger palm.
Well, that's right. You do. So that's why.
Gee, I'm getting old, aren't I? Look at this shit.
No, you don't look at it. That's where you tell people's ages by their hands, Steve.
Oh, I'm dead then. I'm about 90.
I put moisture on my hands today. So a palm size and then a fist of carbohydrates and a thumb of fat.
Oh, yeah.
So there you go.
Great.
And that's a good measure just to start with.
Perfect.
For a good balanced meal.
Yeah, that's excellent. Now, I've got another one.
Give it to me, Steve.
All right, grab some nuts, Nic.
Oh, no, Steve and your nuts.
Now, I do love my nuts.
You do love your nuts, Steve.
I have them. Nic loves them. Even Tom loves my nuts.
Everyone in the office loves your nuts,
and
Steve.
And the videographer likes my nuts too. No, it's like...
Let's just premise Steve brings in a big container of salted mixed nuts.
Yes.
To share around the office every...
Now, look. People go, well, why would you want those? Because, okay, you get hungry in the afternoon. Just you can have 1 to 100. You can have whatever you want to fill you up so you can get home to eat the healthy dinner.
Yeah.
And if you're going to be held up and you've got to go drop Julie off at soccer and Johnny off to ballet now, which is reversing, then you can actually... just have some of these things to fill you up so you can get home and eat healthy. So you're not going to go through the drive-through at Macca's on the way home, because that's the catch. Macca's is easy.
Yeah.
I debate this, but it tastes good apparently. I can't stand it. It just tastes weird to me. I haven't had it for decades. Decades I haven't had it for.
30 years, I reckon, since I've had it.
Yeah. I really think I had it on tour with the band. I was in my 20s then.
There you go.
I felt sick as.
Yeah, it's awful.
Because it was like the only thing open, it was a weird thing. It was open at like 2 a.m. and we were all half chopped on drugs, to be honest with you. So I had 3 hamburgers and I just felt sick.
Yeah.
So it was a good turn off. I was in Gladstone, actually.
Gladstone.
Yeah, so there you go. Good part of the world. But so I remember that because I just remember I couldn't sleep. I was like, well, it's probably the drugs too. But, but a bit of what. But grab some nuts. They taste good. They're there. You get peckish. You're not going to be tempted to go for the biscuits and all that sort of thing. I keep them in a big jar, as you know. You've seen them.
I've seen them,
You've seen my nuts. They look good, don't they?
Yes, Steve, they have. And they've got good fats in them as well. And you can carry them anywhere, so they don't need to be refrigerated. So keep some in your bag, keep some in your desk drawer, keep some in your car. So if you do get hungry, you can have a snack, and then, as you said, you're not going to go reach for something unhealthy.
Exactly.
It's so easy to do.
It's so easy. And I get the mixed nuts, so there's all sorts of nuts in there.
There is.
Love them.
Yeah.
Oh, that's my
That's a good one. That's a good one. I like that
okay,
one.
What do you got?
All right, my next one. So this might sound a bit more complicated, but... so, people, they say, I don't know what to eat and I don't have time to cook a healthy meal and I don't have time to do food prep and all of that sort of thing. I get that a lot. So, simple answer to that. So, set up your kitchen. So, you've got containers. So, you can take containers with food in them to work and things like that. So, get your containers out, lay them on your bench, lay them up on your bench. Get your smoothie cup out. I'm leading up to something here. So, if anyone has smoothies, so get your smoothie cup out as well. And when you're going to make dinner, because everyone has to make dinner, you've got children, you have to make dinner. So you have to be in there making some sort of food, right? So when you make your dinner, make double amount. And then split half of it and put it in a container for your lunch the next day. So hopefully you're making a healthy meal. So you're having your protein and your veg and that sort of thing. So you're not having to cook extra meals because you're cooking in the kitchen anyway. So split it half in the container, take that for lunch the next day. While you're standing there chopping, chop up some cucumbers, throw in some rocket, throw in some broccoli in your smoothie cup.
Wow.
And then put that in the fridge in the morning, throw a couple of berries in it, so you'll have frozen berries in the fridge, a bit of protein powder, something like that, zip it up, and you've got your breakfast ready to go. And you've done it all at that night, so you don't have to go, oh, my God, I have to make my lunch in the morning and I'm in a hurry, I don't know what to eat for breakfast. It's all in the fridge, just grab it and go.
That's great.
Yeah, it's so easy to do.
That's really good.
Yeah.
Because, that's something that we do is naturopaths, we cook it the night before if you can't for tomorrow. Yeah. That is really clever.
That's what I do because I used to food prep every Sunday. I don't anymore, to be honest, because I work now 7 days a week, so I don't.
Sure, you work.
But I just cook. So, for instance, because I come down here a couple of days a fortnight to record, and I drive a long way to get here. So I make all my meals the night before for the 2 days that I'm here, and I just pack all my meals. So then I've got them sitting there, and I have to make dinner the night before I come anyway. Yeah. So I just make extra. Yep. And I just pack it in my containers, put it in the esky, and then I've got my healthy meals for 2 days. And it's done, and you're not spending extra time because you're already making dinner anyway. Well,
we often, instead of roasting one tray of vegetables, we'll roast 2. Yeah. Fill the damn oven with them because it's just chopping.
Exactly. You're chopping it anyway. Yeah. Whether you're chopping this much or this much, you're chopping it. And then it's done. And then you've got kids, you could do it for your kids or have, your kids' lunches done. Chop it all up, put it in the container. So have them in front of you. Yep. And fill your containers, and then
and it stops the
chuck 'em in
kids eating
fridge.
crap and that. They might still sneak some,
They might,
but
yeah. At least
basically,
they've got the basis there. They've got
that's good, isn't it?
So that's another tip. It's time saving, and it gets you eating a little bit healthier and not getting takeaway for lunch at the office or running through the Macca's drive-through for your egg and bacon McMuffin in the morning because you've got your smoothie set up, ready to go.
Yeah. Excellent.
Yeah.
That is a good one.
All right.
All right, I've got one's more of a philosophical one, which is changing your mindset a little bit, so it's a bit more mental. And you might have heard people say, and I used to copy this a lot, I haven't got time for blah, 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 insert exercise, whatever, eating, prepping well, whatever, haven't got time to cook and that sort of thing. You've actually got to make time.
Yes.
You don't just have, like, time cannot be created or destroyed. You've got 24 hours in a day. You've got 24 hours, Matt's got 24 hours, I've got 24 hours, the world's got 24 hours in a day.
Yeah.
It cannot be warped in a significant way. So you have to make time to do, let's say, exercise. You know, oh no, I get up at 7 and I've got no time for exercise. Okay, well, what if you got up at 6:30? Oh, well, then I'd have half an hour to kill.
That's right.
And I remember people would say to me, I felt, when I'd be giving them herbs treatment, saying they'd feel more energy. And they'd be, these are the unhealthy thing. And they'd say, oh, yeah, I wake up at 6 o'clock and just lay there. And it's like, what, didn't you get up and go for a walk or something?
Yeah.
And so, you've got to be prepared for that. You've got to make time. So you can make time by getting out your phone right now.
Yep.
And what time do you wake up? 7. Well, make it 6:30. You get up at 6. Well, make it 5:30. I got up at 4 this morning.
Yeah.
And I'm on drugs, so I've got some a drink here that
full of nice natural stimulating
stuff. Can I say the name of the product? I guess I can, can't I?
I don't know.
No, but it's but check our website for things that'll pep you up in the morning.
Yes.
And you've got to look in the right area of our website.
Yeah. Good one, Steve.
That's it. You like that?
I like that. Yeah.
Oh, it just, So it really gives you a nice. So look, all right, getting up early, it means you might have to go to bed a little bit earlier. But most people's time at night, and what I've found is that they're watching their favourite TV show or Netflix or they're Netflixing and chilling or whatever that means. I know that means something. They're really
we're in another generation.
Yeah, I know.
That means something completely different.
Completely different. It means just watching
Netflix and chilling.
Yeah. Well, I'm married, so we just watch Netflix.
That's right.
We don't Netflix and chill. We literally watch Netflix and chill out.
That's right.
All right. So you've got to actually make time.
Yeah.
You've got to make time for making a little bit extra food. And it's like everyone's got 24 hours in a day, so no one's got more time than you.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
Everyone has the exact same amount of time. That's right. Yeah.
So that's my thought.
I love that one, Steve. That's a really good one. And you know why that's so good? And we didn't script this at all.
No, we didn't.
Because my next one is...
Oh, no. Does it fit in, does it?
Get up earlier, yeah. So this is for people who say, look, I have no time for exercise. I have 3 small children.
Yep.
I have to get up and get them going. I can't go to the gym because I have my children. I can't get up and go for a walk because what do I do with the children? When I'm going for a walk, I've got little children. I'm tired, I can't train after work, I can't do anything, but I need to start. So where do you start? So my next one is 5 in 10. So
5 in 10.
Get up 10 minutes early.
Yeah.
Exactly like you said, 10 minutes early is not that much different.
No.
So, and you can get up 10 minutes before you have to get the kids up and going for school. And I say start with 10 minutes and then you can expect, you can sort of, get up 15 minutes earlier and do longer. But 5 in 10 basically means get up 10 minutes earlier and do 5 exercises. So 10 squats, 10 lunges, 10 push-ups, 10 sit-ups, 10 burpees.
Right.
And burpees, you can do very beginner burpees as well.
Yeah.
All body weight, very easy to do. You can YouTube how to do a squat and a lunge and a push-up, and you can do, from beginner to not. Yeah. So if you've never really exercised and you don't have time, get up 10 minutes early and do that. That's all you have to do. Do that for a week, and then the next week, get up 15 minutes earlier and do 15 squats, 15 push-ups. And then you'll find you get to the point where you start to feel a little bit better, then you want to get up a little bit earlier, then you have a bit more energy in the morning, and then that's how you work your way up to doing a good workout in the morning. So super easy, 10 minutes early. Everyone can get up 10 minutes earlier and do those 5 different exercises.
That's brilliant, because I'm going to bring in a bit of science now. If you exercise, you sleep better.
Yes.
So quality sleep beats quantity. So if you can get a better quality sleep, you'll need less of it.
That's right.
And so you'll be able to get up that 10 minutes, then 15, then 20, and then half an hour, and you can get up and you can do that little bit of exercise.
Yeah, the fitter you get, the more energy you have as well. So then you're going to be, So that's just
Brilliant.
a good place to start for people who don't know where to start. And
Brilliant.
they think they've got to get up and drag themselves to the gym from doing nothing for 10, 20, 30, 40 years to that. You don't.
Yeah.
10 minutes, that's all you need, and then build on it from there.
Oh, yeah, look, we'd love you to
Anyone
go to
can
the
do
gym
it.
for an hour every morning. We'd love that, or after work, whatever but this is not that sort of podcast.
I mean, this is realistic. We'd be being
Yeah.
realistic in
Yeah.
people's lives, and this is all about people who have busy lives, maybe small
Yeah.
children, or executive jobs or whatever, and they just need to start. So there you go. That's easy. Anyone can do that.
Anyone can do that.
Yeah.
Now, the next one is I'm going to ask you a question, and then I'm going to talk about it. Do you see mainly female clients?
I do see mainly females. Yes, I do see some males. Yeah.
Okay. So my one is about your partners. Get your partners involved in your health.
Yes, actually, this was going to be one of mine, and I
was it?
changed it. Yes,
Did you?
Yes,
Glad you did, because I'd look like I'd be ripping you off. Now, the reason why I say that is because usually, if the partner's involved in your health, then it's not to go, tut, you shouldn't eat that chocolate biscuit.
Yeah.
But if let's say I'm a typical male, and I do shopping at home. I shop for Beck
You do.
mostly, but let's say she does most of the shopping and she's involved in my health. I say, listen, Beck, don't buy any junk food because I'll just eat it if it's there.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard people say that?
Yes.
Oh, it was there because I ate it.
Yes.
It's like, God blimey, don't go out to the bloody garage and get some glyphosate because it's there, you eat it.
I know. God
never
forbid you can't
understood
just
that.
throw it in the bin.
I couldn't understand that. Oh, it was there, so
Don't
I
want
ate
to waste
it.
the money, so you better eat
Yeah,
it.
so don't buy that was my point number one. Don't buy the shit in the first place.
Yeah.
But tell your shopping partner, if it is, don't buy the crap in the first place.
Yeah.
Yes, don't eat it. And, if it sits there and you can give it to someone you don't like if it's a
Yeah.
bad food.
Yeah.
But don't, get your partner involved. Because then they can sort of say, the night before, you've set your watch a bit earlier or not your watch, but your phone. Usually people wake up or alarm clock a bit earlier. Get them involved. Say, hey, listen, I'll speak to my wife, Beck, I'll cook tonight and you go for that half an hour walk now. And by the time you get back, dinner will be ready.
Yeah.
If and I cook mostly.
You do, yeah.
It's pretty easy. Get them involved in your health.
Yes.
And then it's like, oh no, you haven't been to the gym today. I'll go pick Julie up from soccer and Johnny up from ballet now, and you go and because there are typical roles that people have in the family, but when you're trying to make an effort to do things, if the partner's involved, all right, I'll be home from work at this time. You can then go for a walk. I'll look after the kids. Blah, 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 blah,
That's right.
and get them involved so they can help you through this.
Yeah, I think that's a great point.
If you've got a partner, and if you haven't, it becomes
then you don't
tricky.
have an issue.
Yeah.
Unless you've got kids and no partner. Sorry,
Yeah.
so I'm just thinking of myself.
But
Steve and us.
a lot of people have partners, so we're just
That's true. And a lot of people are doing it on their own. And that's a really good point. And to expand on that point, this is one that's talked about a lot, is have a good support network, exactly like you said. So if you have a partner who's not supportive, then you need to have a discussion with them about, this is my health, this is really important to me. And if they're a good partner, they should be on board with that. Same with friends, social circles. So, and I see this a lot. So people go out and they have friends who maybe aren't overly healthy or not interested in health, and they kind of coerce their friend who's trying to get healthy into go, no, just have that extra drink or that pizza, it'll be fine.
They say weird things to them. Have you heard people say, you deserve it?
Yeah.
You deserve junk food? No, you don't deserve better than that, don't you?
Yeah, and it's because
It's
I
weird.
think a lot of it is because I think, I don't know, I could be wrong and I could ruffle some feathers here, and I'm not a psychologist.
Ruffle
so
away.
Ruffle away. So some people know that they probably should be doing more for their own health, and they see someone else trying to, and that sort of is basically saying to them they need to, and that intimidates them. So they want to shut the other person down so they don't have to look at their own health. So if you have friends that are encouraging you to not be so healthy, then probably relook at your friends group or pull yourself away from that social circle for a while you get healthy, because you want to be around people who will support you, not try and pull you down when you're trying to improve your health.
You're absolutely right. I mean, I've heard people say, I've been to the gym, I deserve a donut now.
Yeah.
So, no, you deserve something way better than that.
Yeah.
Why is that measured as good?
Yeah.
Something full of trans fats and sugar and Millard reaction type browning on the outside. You deserve better than that.
Yeah.
You
I say to
deserve
people,
broccoli.
don't. Exactly. Or don't look at giving yourself a food reward. Give yourself a life reward. So something you love to do. So if you need the beach, so I'm going to go to the beach for the day, or I'm going to take this afternoon off work or something. I don't know, whatever you want to do, or watch my favourite movie, or, use a reward that's not food based when you're starting out, because then you're less likely to go, well, I'll just have that chocolate bar because I did an extra half an hour's exercise today.
It's sort of like penalising yourself, giving yourself junk food. I don't see that as a reward.
No.
I see it as a punishment.
Yeah, well, you're
bad.
putting something a bit more toxic in your body after you've done something good, so that makes no sense. So do something else that's good.
Oh, I'm going to reward myself with a chocolate. Really?
Yeah. I have some people that in the past, and I've said do a reward chart, because I'm a big charter. I'm a big writer. I like visual stuff. So I always used to do charts, and I'd tick off what I was supposed to do for the day, so at the end of the week, and then you have your reward. So if you have a certain amount of ticks, and this can work for some people, other people maybe not, depends on your personality. At the end of the week, you have a reward, and you write up your rewards, what you think your rewards would be when you start this whole thing, and then you pick a reward at the end of the week. So it could be, I'm going to go to a gold class movie or something, or if you don't have the budget, I'm going to go and have a picnic at the beach, or something that you really like to do, and have that as your reward, rather than I'm just going to go and have Macca's, or I'm going to eat a chocolate bar because I just did so well this week. That's setting up your environment. Like you said at the beginning, it's everything in your environment needs to be supportive of your goal. Yeah. So keep everything healthy, everything in your environment healthy. And that includes friends, it includes your, what you're doing, leisure stuff, everything. Yeah. Keep it on a healthy
Absolutely
side.
Right.
Yeah. It's me again now, isn't it?
Yeah, go for it.
My next one. All right, so my next one, and this is super easy, and I bang on about this all the time, so people might roll their eyes. Apple cider vinegar.
Oh, yeah.
Lots of reasons why. So if you're just trying to get healthy, you're just wanting to, feel better and have less cravings and that sort of thing. Apple cider vinegar before meals in water. One, can help with your digestion. So if you're digesting better, then you're going to start to have better gut health. Therefore, you're going to assimilate the healthy foods that you're going to be eating better, getting better nutrients. It can help with bloating and feeling yucky. But the thing that I like mostly for apple cider vinegar in this population is it helps to curb cravings.
Yes.
So it's really good for people who maybe have sugar cravings. So apple cider vinegar can work really well. And if you maybe have a craving, get a little bit of apple cider, and you have, between meals or something, get a little bit of apple cider vinegar and some water and have a glass of that before you reach for anything sugary. And you'll find it can actually really help to curb those sugar cravings. So I find that really good for people just starting out.
It's excellent.
That really struggle with sugar.
Because
sugar issues.
It's full of, get a bit of chemistry, it's full of acetic acid.
Yeah.
And acetic acid is one of the short-chain fatty acids that our body loves.
Yes.
And so it's very, very good for cravings and very good for appetite.
Yeah, really.
And so people used to think that apple cider vinegar, because people help people lose weight, and they go, it's the acid burning away something. It's just the short-chain fatty acid that goes through the body that tells your brain to eat less. It's not rocket science.
No.
But, very interesting.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
And it's so easy and it's so inexpensive to keep a bottle in your cupboard. And I say to clients to even keep a bottle at work if you work in an office. Just that way you're not carting a bottle around. It's super easy, cheap.
Geez, I gave a girl an alcoholic drink before.
You did. Herbal tincture, Steve.
Herbal tincture.
And
she drank it straight.
I said to you, she's going to drink that without water, and you just...
I thought she was joking.
Go for it.
Yeah. Now, you got to remember, this is probably one of the worst tasting herbs. And then she just disappeared. I don't know what.
She went to find water, the poor thing.
Oh, God. Couldn't believe it.
Yeah, so that's an easy tip to people just starting out. So just if you do nothing else, get some apple cider vinegar into your stuff.
Now mine's going to sound easy. My last one.
Okay.
But it's not as easy as it sounds.
Okay.
It's called sleep hygiene.
Oh, that's a good
Because
one.
I know people who say, I had a horrible night's sleep. Did you get up and do your 10-minute video? Oh, no, I couldn't. I lay there. I was too tired. And did you prep your meals? Oh, no, I was too tired for that. You hear that so often.
Yeah.
It's like sleep. Now this could be a simple tip, okay? Yes, look, we've done podcasts on things like ashwagandha and all these wonderful herbs to help you sleep, and they're absolutely terrific. But simple tip, get some lavender oil and just put a few drops around your pillow.
I do that.
Yeah, I do that.
Yeah.
It just really helps you sleep.
It does.
And it's like, all right, we're not giving you a Rohypnol narcotic here. Rohypnol is a sleeping tablet, by the way. Everyone knows it as something else. But in the benzos, this is nothing like that.
This is something. He's got some editing to do.
No, it's like I don't do any of that stuff. But lavender, I do.
Yeah, lavender's great.
It's very good for you.
The Matt's just cracking up in the corner. We're laughing. Yes,
I know.
lavender's great.
Yeah.
I do that as well. I put lavender on my pillow. I love it. Yeah.
You sleep better.
Yeah.
And you can wake up and do all these things and be motivated to do it. And you just get a little bit better sleep.
That's right.
It's not hard. Make sure that you've got the blinds down, dark, cool environment.
Yeah.
Get rid of stimulants. Get the only
Take the
thing.
TV out of the bedroom is a big one.
That's a big one.
I got a TV in my bedroom, I have to
Do
say.
you?
Yeah, I do. I got it when I
Wow.
had COVID last year because I was in bed for 7 weeks, well, 5 weeks.
Oh, yeah,
and
you
I
were sick
couldn't do
with it.
anything. I was bored. And it hasn't ever left. So very bad to have a TV in the bedroom.
Well, I've given you some of that Andrew Graffer, so you'll be
No.
you've still got that bottle, haven't you?
I've still got a bottle of
it's just
I
a
do.
very potent herbal medicine for those who wonder
It's
what
very
that is.
strong.
That tastes like, I can't say because it'll be edited out.
But
tastes absolutely
yeah.
horrible.
Yeah, it tastes
butthole.
awful.
Yeah, that we can say
Whatever
that.
that tastes like,
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah. Well, how did
Say that without saying
yeah, I don't know if that's allowed, is it? I should think of it
I
now.
just say, I have no filter, Steve. I'm like a German Shepherd. I just bark and then I think about it.
Shepherd. Well, hang on, she said it tasted like something. She had a description too. But it was, I don't
she
know.
said it tasted like...
You ready for the bleep button?
what did she say? The arse of dirt or something?
Yeah,
dirt,
that's
dirt
right.
arse or something. I don't know. There was dirt and there was something else
It was
involved.
dirt and it was arse dirt or something like that.
It's
It was
something
terrible.
I've never heard of the term before, but it probably described it quite well.
I diluted it. It tastes like...
That's what I said to her. I said, put it in water. Nah, she just shot it anyway. She said, I just thought I'd take it like alcohol. I'm like, it is. It's like 98% alcohol.
It's a potent
tinctures,
alcohol.
herbal tinctures.
It's awful stuff.
Anyway, so
that's my last
that's
one.
a good tip. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what was that one again? Sorry, sleep. That's right.
Yes.
Sorry, got off
Now,
track
your
there.
last one, what is it?
So this is my last one. Okay, so this is probably more for people who have sedentary life, so sedentary jobs, that
That's
sort of
it.
thing, which is obviously if you don't have a sedentary job, you're probably less likely to have issues with weight and that sort of thing. So if you do sit all day at work, so a lot of people, they get up, they go to work, they sit all day, they come home, they're exhausted, they sit on the couch at night and they go to bed. So they're not moving. So obviously movement is the key to health in so many different for so many different reasons. So just to start, so you've done your 5 in 10, so you've got up and you've done your 10 minutes of little exercises there. So when you're at work, get a standing desk. Start with.
Oh, yeah.
Because sitting is the new smoking. There's so much research out there now about how bad sitting is for your health.
Oh, yeah.
So get a standing desk so you can stand. And then when you're not standing, get a mini cycle for under your desk.
Yes.
Because then you're continually moving.
Yeah.
And they're so easy. They're so inexpensive. So you
Yeah.
can get one from anywhere from $30 up to $300, depending on what sort of little mini cycle you want. And they just fit under your desk and you just cycle away while you're sitting there working. So you're still moving. You're not obviously like you're sitting on a bike getting the full resistance, but you're moving, and movement is a big part of it. So there's a lot of research to show that people who fidget are a lot slimmer than people who don't, because that nervous energy does burn calories. It's a known fact. So get on your little mini bike, your mini cycle, and then, throughout the day, stand up. And then when you're sitting down, get on your mini cycle. Really easy for anyone to do. It's very easy for people who maybe have injuries or they're not overly mobile. They can still move their legs. And that's a super easy way to start to get some movement in your day. So you're not just sitting all day stationary. You're
That's a
doing
good
some
idea.
movement and then you're standing. And that's sort of thing.
And it keeps everyone guessing what the hell you're doing under the desk.
Well, that's true.
Because it looks funny. It's like people have sort of got their, for those who are watching this, and they're going...
Yeah, that's true.
And people are going,
They've
what are you up
developed a tick.
to under... Yeah, you sort of wobble side to side.
Yeah.
And it looks funny.
It does look funny.
It does look funny.
Yeah.
I love that one.
Yeah, I think it's super easy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you can do it in heels. You don't have to have any sort of...
Exactly. You can take your shoes off, depending on where you work. If you've got your own office, no problem. If you're out more in a bigger communal office, who cares? You'd probably get other people wanting to do it as well if you start doing it.
Well, why not?
Yeah.
Why not? I mean, that's a great way to... That's a good one.
Yeah, so people say, I don't have time to go for a walk at lunchtime, or I don't have time, or, some people are a little bit heavier and it's harder for them to get walking. So to get some sort of movement in to begin with, it's really easy. It's easy on the joints and you're getting some movement, and then in between times you're standing up. So that's an easy
one of
way.
mine was going to be go for a 15-minute walk and then eat for 15 minutes.
So was
if you're half
mine.
hour. Oh.
Yeah, and then I changed it because I thought then someone will say, but it's too wet outside, or it's too cold, or I work, I don't have time to
It's too hot,
to
too cold.
leave the desk, or there's that allows for excuses. This
Yeah.
one, there is no excuse
No.
because it's just sitting under there. You can keep working,
Yeah.
but you're moving.
Wow.
So
That's a
super
good one.
easy.
That's why I like that one.
Yeah.
Because there's no excuse.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, at the end of the day, you got results or excuses.
That's right.
Unfortunately, this is the reality of life, and
Yeah.
we didn't make the rules. We didn't make the rules that humans have hundreds of muscles that need to be worked.
Yeah.
If I was designing a human being, I'd say, yeah, you don't need to exercise. You'll be fine. You'll live a healthy life. It just doesn't work like that.
No, it doesn't.
We didn't
No.
write the rules.
And, this takes away people's excuses because you will always get somebody say, but, I don't have time to be healthy. I don't have time. So we've just proven you can be very time poor
Yeah.
and still make changes that are going to be really beneficial for your
If
health
you pick
longer
up
term.
5 of our 10 tips,
Yeah.
you don't have to do them all.
Yeah.
You'll be doing well.
That's right.
You
Yeah.
can take your pick.
So there you go. This could be the challenge for everybody. Take on board 1 tip a week, and in 10 weeks' time, if you're doing all of these things, you'll be feeling so much better.
Mine are easy.
They're all very easy. They're all very obtainable.
Yeah.
They take away excuses, and anyone can do them.
Wow.
And that's kind of what we were trying to achieve with
And
this.
it's
just
now
super
sort of
easy.
summertime, so you want to look better, feel better for summer.
Yeah,
Do it.
exactly.
It's not hard.
Yeah, and once you get on the health train, you don't ever want to get off.
You don't want to
Steve.
get off. I don't want to get off.
No, I don't want to get
I
off.
went for a run this morning.
Yeah. So this was my question to you, Steve.
Oh, yes.
So I said to you at the beginning, I'm going to ask you a question at the end.
Yeah.
So I was going to go with top 5, but I think I might just go 1 because we might be running a bit
Okay,
late in time.
far away.
What is the one thing in your healthy lifestyle that you couldn't live without?
Oh, wow. Okay. I'd love to say my wife. that would be the politically correct thing.
Oh, yeah, but it's not. That's a given, Beck. That's a given.
Yeah, that's not the right answer though.
This is to be your own personal
Okay.
health, Steve. Let's
For me personally, the one thing that I really feel very weird if I don't do, a little bit addicted to it, is some sort of morning activity, morning exercise.
Yeah.
I feel better throughout the day that I've done exercise.
Yeah.
And sometimes I don't, exercise in the morning. There's some days I don't exercise at all, very rarely.
Yeah.
But you don't feel as well. You don't feel as energetic. You lose your vigour, your mind, because I'm not 24 anymore.
No.
I'm 30 years on.
you look 24, Steve, but you're not 24.
Gorgeous, don't I? But,
Yeah, I do.
actually, Beck said, "Oh, Nicole looks pretty, doesn't she?" Last night.
Oh, did she?
Yeah, so just to change
It's the age.
absolutely. So, but yeah, I feel like you feel better throughout the day.
Yeah,
and that carries it all the way through the night. And then at night, I can sit in front of the television knowing that I've done exercise. So it's a mental, physical, and sort of a lifestyle thing that I have to do. So I probably can't live without that, a morning activity.
That's excellent. I love
Yeah,
it.
it's a good one.
Yeah, there you go.
I get up at ludicrous hours to do it.
You do.
And I do it at stupid locations. Like this weekend I'm going to some pig races, a charity event.
Yeah.
It's camping and no one else will be doing it, but I'll be going for a run along the road out there because that's what I do.
Yeah,
That's what I do.
exactly. That's excellent.
A little bit nuts.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, I'll tell you mine since you're not going to ask me.
I was going to ask you.
It's like, okay,
What
is this the
can't-
Steve show?
What? Yeah, I know. It's all about me.
All right. So
What can't you
that
do
just
with
took
that?
away the shine of the whole thing. But anyway.
No, I was going to ask you.
So I'm going to say exercise.
Oh, really?
Same as you. Yeah. So I couldn't live without. I get up every morning and train as well. I don't run. I'm not a runner. But I get up and do my weight training. I love strength training. I can get up and do cardio, and I won't feel as good as I do when I do weight training. So I love weight training. So every morning I get up and train, and I couldn't live without it.
Okay, so there's mornings you have to drive down here from.
Yeah. That's true.
How hard is that?
Very hard. So on the mornings that I come here, so I get up at 3:30 when I come down here because it's a long drive, 4-hour drive. So on those mornings I don't train, but I do now jump on the treadmill for 20 minutes.
There you go.
So I can't do my weight training because I just don't have the time, but I do jump on the treadmill for 20 minutes. It kills me. And then this morning, so I stay overnight down here in a hotel, in the morning I get up and I do body weight exercises for half an hour before I come over here. So I do my squats, my sit-ups, I do a lot of...
So you do those exercises?
Yeah, so I'll do exercises and it's, compared to what I usually do, but it's something and it's movement.
Yep.
And I've got to sit in a car for 4 hours to then drive home this afternoon. So I can't live without. Same reasons as you, like good for my mental clarity, good for my energy, good for everything.
Yep.
And I'm the same as you. If I go away, so if we go to bands, or if we go in the caravan and we go off somewhere.
That'd be awesome.
I've got suspension trainer that I take with me. I take a weighted vest.
Wow.
I take a couple of sets of dumbbells with me. So I will train anywhere.
Yeah.
I take bands, resistant bands, so the heavy bands,
Yep.
and I can do a really good workout just with that. So and you can do it no matter where you go. And people say, yeah, but I can't. I'm away. I can't do anything. Well, you can. You can do body weight workouts.
Or you can walk.
You can walk, yeah.
Fast.
And when you're away, and I do that. I walk as well. I get up and I walk, and then I do my resistance training. But I could not live without that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hear. Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, there you go. Well,
We're
hopefully
both on the same
that gave people who are just starting out
Yep.
and don't know where to start just some easy things to start with. And just, like we said, implement one tip and see how you go. And if once you get that one in your routine and you feel comfortable with it, add another tip.
Yeah.
And it's just a matter of things becoming the norm. And then when you're comfortable with it, keep adding more layers. And before you know, in a year's time, you'll probably be going to the gym and you'll be knowing how to eat well and all that sort of thing. Because once you start on the journey, it's, like I said, you don't want to stop because you feel better.
That is so true. It's a habit forming, and it's a good habit.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good, Nick. This
How do we
is
go
good.
for time? So hopefully we got that in a short amount of time.
Yeah.
Shorter amount of time. So
well,
for the time-poor people.
We'll be back next week with something really nerdy, I think.
Yeah, we will.
If it flows, Chet.
That's it.
All right, we'll see you guys next week.
Thanks, guys. Bye.
Bye.